Jotunheim as promised.
We know the temple. What's there?
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The world, sir?
नेट ही जा रहा है यार मेरा बार बार। पिंग देख रहे हो? हेलो, नेट ही जा रहा है यार मेरा बार बार। मेरे को रियलाइज ही नहीं हुआ मेरा साउंड ऑन है। बिल्ड मेरा नाहिदा का ये फ्लावर उतना खास नहीं है, ऐसा मतलब कोई भी रैंडम फ्लावर दिया हुआ है मैंने। तो ये थोड़ा अच्छा है, इसमें एलिमेंटल मास्टरी 58 मिल गई है। उसके साथ मेरे पास एक और है क्रिट डैमेज और क्रिट रेट वाला, पर उसको एलिमेंटल मास्टरी चाहिए होती है तो इसलिए मैंने उसको ये वाला दिया हुआ है। फिर एलिमेंटल मास्टरी में ही मेरे को क्रिट रेट और क्रिट डैमेज मिल गया है एनर्जी रिचार्ज के साथ, तो वो भी अच्छा ही है, मतलब काइंड ऑफ डिसेंट बोल सकता हूँ मैं। ये थोड़ा बेकार है पर काम चलाने के लिए एलिमेंटल मास्टरी ये थोड़ा बेटर हो सकता है अगर इसमें एनर्जी रिचार्ज के साथ क्रिट डैमेज या क्रिट रेट आ जाए। ये थोड़ा ओपी है मेरा एलिमेंटल मास्टरी, क्रिट रेट 6 और क्रिट डैमेज 28। ये तो मेरे को उससे मिला था जो खुद नहीं बनाते हैं आर्टिफैक्ट्स, उसके अंदर। मेरी स्ट्रीम अटकी है क्या? हेलो, है ये हो गया कनेक्ट? अब शायद दिख जाएगा। यार एक तो ये इंटरनेट की प्रॉब्लम। यार एक सेकंड रुको, मैं इंटरनेट का कुछ सीन देख के आता हूँ। हेलो। इसकी सेट क्वालिटी इतनी घटिया क्यों है? तो मेरे इंटरनेट की क्वालिटी घटिया है। हम्म। एक सेकंड रुको, मेरे को बस एक सेटिंग चेंज करनी है।
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
यार यार क्यों?
What should I try this
एंटर
time?
योर पास की।
A toast to our success.
आईफोन, आईपैड, एंड्रॉइड डिवाइस, टर्न ऑन ब्लूटूथ। एक सेकंड गाइस। अच्छा वैसे ये तो दिखेगा ही नहीं, पर आईपैड में दिख जाएगा ना। एक सेकंड, मेरे को एक चीज़ स्कैन करनी है, फिर मैं आता हूँ। बात ठीक है, ऐसे ही जैसे चल रहा है। एपेक्स रिमोट आईपैड से स्ट्रीम कर रहा है, लैपटॉप से कर रहा हूँ, पर चल नहीं रहा है यार। कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ बहुत ज़्यादा, हद से ज़्यादा कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ। अभी मेरे पास ऐसे कुछ करने को है नहीं इसमें। गाइस जो भी चैट में नया है, मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। क्या करें, एक्सप्लोर करें? एक्सप्लोर क्या ही करेंगे, पहले ही इतना सब करके रखा हुआ है। उसका नाम क्या था? ये भी नहीं है, ये वाला है। ऐसे मैं सोच रहा था पबजी खेलते, बट बंदे ही नहीं है मेरे पास पबजी खेलने वाले। पूछ लेता हूँ एक बार, पूछने में क्या जाता है। आईपैड से ही कर लेता, पालवर जैसा ही है ये। हाँ, पर उसमें पोकेमॉन टाइप होते हैं, इसमें इंसान होते हैं, प्लस इसमें स्टोरी मोड भी है ना।
Ah, you're
बीजीएमआई,
finally back.
हाँ मैंने
Oh, yeah, we ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
खेलता
All
तो हूँ
right.
बीच बीच में कभी
As long
कभी।
as everything's okay now, you all have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Whoa, there's so much tasty food! You're amazing, Tlasoli!
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
Paimon will help herself. Paimon will have some of this, and this. Oh, and this!
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
मैंने किया हुआ है, बट गेम नहीं चलेगा।
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
किया।
Of
Goodbye.
course. Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have
देखते
just
हैं।
one more fish and leave the rest for Nichka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nachka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth, and if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nachka's soul. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nachka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nachka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned? Nachka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nichka's woven scroll all by yourself?
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago. The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when Blaze Gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing Blaze Gem inscription... Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this blaze gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Shilonin. That's right. I have a way to cure Nachka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nachka that contains all of her past memories.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your blaze gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscription, and the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason I'll...
Using other people's memories of Nachka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
You've seen through my plans, Shilonin. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nachka and allow her to regain her past again.
But
Second.
wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the blaze gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a blaze gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way, there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other
कट गया क्या ये फिर से? एक सेकेंड.
I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments, but Nachka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nachka up to this central inscription.
I thought you'd just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nachka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nachka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nachka. When that time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from, or where she should go. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nachka name. Whether it be as her mother, or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Shilonin?
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nachka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
गुड नाइट. मुझे तो बोरिंग लग रहा है ये. अबे स्टोरी मोड है
I'm
ना,
sorry
तब
it
तक
took me
स्टोरी
so
नहीं
long to
बताया
finish
तो ये
them.
क्या क्या करेगा, समझ रहा है?
Hold on, Auntie.
अब मैं तेरे को जीओटी
The
का सीधा
Traveler in Paimon have
5वां
never
सीजन
met
दिखा
Nachka
दूंगा.
before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
तुझे आइडिया थोड़ा लगेगा हो क्या रहा है.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
Huh? What was that noise?
Nachka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nachka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nichka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you. Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
Nachka...
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately, I won't be able to show you around. Oh, yeah, that's not really. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
Work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible, and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me.
Everyone gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying. Of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. Ugh, you know, I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use... Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still in a... Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an... Only after we've If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing.
Oh, so you'll be able to...
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and which is, names are intrinsic. Only by having names can things be... For example, when I order ore, I would usually say, I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, after all, creating an ancient name is... Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient, giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Shilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very...
Phew, now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me? Of course, this is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Shilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others. Smith?
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. There! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe, it's just the, But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but... let me see. Start...
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared!
जो स्क्रीन कास्ट हो रहा है उसकी प्रॉब्लम
Sasori's
है.
central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
That means we can help Tlisoli and nature.
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but...
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ear, what are your thoughts on absorbing memories? But if you ask me, it's, hard to control the absorption by herself. Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she...
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nechka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be
एक सेकंड एक सेकंड में कुछ सेटिंग चेंज कर रहा हूँ. स्ट्रीम अटक रही है क्या बार बार? चिल होने कुछ फ्री में मिलता ही नहीं है। सॉरी गाइस, थोड़ा इशू हो रहा था नेट का, वो ठीक कर रहा है। अब ठीक हो गया।
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Flasoli, sit.
स्ट्रीम बहुत ज़्यादा लैग है।
So are you done checking the...
I didn't find any anomalies in the Flichist engraving. All the adjustments are indeed...
That means we can help Tlisol...
well,
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
well, even... What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? But if you ask me, it's hard to control by herself.
Accomplice?
Well, here's from a purely objective standpoint. The bad news, I believe I've mentioned in this process, the YUB, if you remove the YUB from the trying to scoop up, yeah, exactly. If you remove the YUB from the trying to scoop up, yeah, exactly. No. There's no way Auntie would. And considering that Nachka has forgotten all of her, only Aunt Felisoli can. So, if my hypothesis in an ideal world, and I also believe that there won't. But Auntie is not a YUB. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlisoli will...
Names are blessings for the future from I've also made up my mind.
यार कोई स्ट्रीमिंग सॉफ्टवेयर है जो फ्री में कर दे लैगलेस वायर के साथ? ये बहुत लैग है, चॉपी चॉपी वीडियो डाल जाती है।
Shilonen.
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories after the memory bank...
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen. Using technology for...
Yes, but once this is all over...
That's fine.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nachka control the Blaze Gems.
How could I just... I've picked out...
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
चेस ही खेलते हैं। लैग्ड भी है। रुक जाओ एक सेकंड, मैं चेस का वो बनाता हूँ।
Nachka up again? What was all that noise? It sounded like something broke.
मुझे बताना स्क्रीन विजिबल है कि नहीं है।
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
अरे स्क्रीन दिख ही नहीं रही है।
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा प्रॉब्लम क्या है रे।
I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality.
ये भी नहीं आ रहा। यही करना पड़ेगा।
Night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my.
चल जाए।
I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
विंडो कैप्चर कर रहा था मैं, पर हो नहीं रहा था, पता नहीं क्यों, कुछ इश्यू था शायद। वन वी वन करते हैं क्यों नहीं करते हैं।
Night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, alone the darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation.
ट्राई सम सबटल म्यूजिक. सबटल नहीं, मैंने कॉपीराइट फ्री लगाया है.
This conversation. We got no relation.
समझ नहीं आ रहा यार. वो खा जाएगा ना ये इसके साथ, पर नहीं खाया उसने. ऐसे कभी कभी एनसीएस म्यूजिक भी कॉपीराइट आता है. नहीं, मैंने सर्च ही कॉपीराइट फ्री किया है. अब आ गया होगा तो आ जाएगा, क्या कर सकते हैं. अरे मैं 3 मिनट वाली खेलता हूँ. तीन बजे शायद मेरी लाइट चली जाएगी, तो मैं तब तक स्ट्रीम करूँगा. मेरे को क्वीन यहाँ लानी चाहिए थी, उससे थोड़ा फ़ायदा हो जाता ना। Guys, जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नया है, मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। क्या करेगा? मैं इसको यहाँ ले जाऊंगा। मैंने 2 ब्लंडर किए थे पर फिर भी जीत गया। करो गुद्दी लाल। गाइस, जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नया है, मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। ओ
Staring right back at me, but they won't see me cry. This fight wasn't made for everybody.
मुझे बस किसी भी तरह से 45 सेकंड्स निकालने हैं। गलत किया ना, उसको यहीं रहना देना था, इसको मूव करते रहना था। ये यहाँ ले आएगा। गाइस लाइट कभी भी जा सकती है, तो स्ट्रीम कभी भी बंद हो जाएगी। मैं चीप प्लेस करूंगा इस गेम में, ठीक है। गाइस जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नया है, मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। हमने जस्ट नया स्टार्ट किया है स्ट्रीम करना। बट ये मूव का फ़ायदा क्या था? हैं? क्यों लेकिन ये हैंग नहीं हो गया?
I can feel I'm changing. I don't know if I'll ever go back. All the ways that you make me, put me off on the things I lack. I don't ever wanna lose you now. 'Cause I think I'll make you kill me now. 'Cause it's you and only you. 'Cause it's you and only you.
यार
I don't know where the time goes, just flies when I hold you close. In my arms with your eyes closed, for the first time I've got hope. I don't ever wanna lose you now.
मैं रिजाइन कर रहा हूँ बे, नहीं खेल लूंगा इसमें लाइट नहीं। अबे मैं 800 पहुंचने वाला था, 700 पे आ गया।
Because it's you and only you.
नहीं हो रहा क्या? नहीं हो रहा क्या?
I was in the firelight, living in my head. Sun came in, I closed the blinds, could feel it in the air. This is just a waste of time, no one really cares. But then you came across my mind, got me out of there. So I went down to the river and swam till the panic was over. Yes, I went down to the river, watched all the heavy rain. I watched all the heavy feeling all the noise in here. It's becoming ache. Pull me into calm and dear, and take me out to the waves. 'Cause I feel like a waste of space, breathing in the air. But you hold me like I might just break, like you want me
जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, एक गेम हो सकती है और नहीं आ रहा क्या? यार बिशप को इधर लाना था. हक दिया यार.
empty hearts and neon lights.
Fuck, fuck.
Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more less than 10. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone.
आजकल लाइट नहीं जाएगी.
Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out.
जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नया मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब. इसको लग रहा है कि ये घोड़ा हटाएगा और चेक लग जाएगा. करना क्या चाहता है भाई.
Why are we scared of the unknown and not the past? Look for distractions so we can get it off our minds. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. It's hard to
हो गया जीजी.
stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. Don't give up, it's not the end. This could be the best that's ever
हैं?
been. Don't give up, it's not the end. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. We've got a fire inside our soul. that don't go out. We're beautiful people that can't quit pressing on. It's hard to stand when we